I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind telling me a little bit about the light well project. First off, we're very excited. It's here in South End Library Park. But how'd you end up choosing South End Library Park for it?
Well, it's interesting. The original concept was to work with ideas of stormwater in the South End. This park was actually having a lot of problems with water, ponding in different places, so we thought, why not try it here? This is a place that can actually benefit from some additional stormwater storage and that can actually activate the park. And the idea was how to turn something that's mostly underground into something that is educational.
So, if you wouldn't mind just taking us through, if you didn't know, why is it important to recapture stormwater on site?
Well, specifically to Boston and a lot of the neighborhoods in Boston, it's built on fill, so a lot of the buildings are sitting on piles that are currently underwater, and the water on site is what actually preserves the piles and holds up the building. So what we want to do is try to keep as much water on site and build that level up so that those piles stay buried and the buildings can stay structurally sound.
So can you just take us through, and I'm sure it's a little bit more complex than we have time to explain here, but basically how does it work? How does this thing light up?
So the nice part is it's all running off of photocells or the sun. And we have integrated LEDs that are then tethered to the solar panels, which are on the roof of the library. And essentially what happens is we collect the sun, and that turns to energy and powers the lights. So when it rains, the units then collect water, groundwater units, and we have little meters inside. And as the water runs through those meters, that begins to change or determine the color of the LEDs.
I just think that's so cool. That just gives people like a front row seat to ecology.
We have a website that we're going to be collecting data, so people are going to be able to understand how much water we're able to collect in a small amount of land and a small amount of storage, and be able to understand that they can actually make a contribution to that sort of the sustainability of the entire city. One small intervention at a time can actually add up to something bigger.
Now, have you seen any neighbors trying to game the system, pouring water into this?
Not yet, but we'll see.
I can't think of a more exciting neighborhood to do this in.
That's
the
right.
South End is so energized about their open space, and they love to get involved in issues. So this is it, right? You guys, you made tons of money off this. This is the summit. You're just going to retire and give away everything.
Quintessential art project.
That's right, you're done. You can't top this. So what's next for you folks?
Off of this, we're actually starting a project funded by Autodesk, where we're going to try to do a number of projects like this throughout the city, not just the South End, where we're going to be trying to make water systems more visible, somehow become a more active part of public space in ways that educate people, not just about stormwater. We might be looking at flood projections, we might be looking at water usage in a building, but in ways that people can understand them and that can kind of become really interactive.